All right, guys, I want to go over some things before we get back out there. We got a spectacular boost from the guys coming off the bench, and that's huge because it should leave us with nothing but fresh legs as we get deep into this game. I'll give you a compliment, though. The ball movement's been excellent. Love how many buckets we're getting off assists. And let me touch on tempo for a second. We're not out to use the whole shot clock, but I would like to see us get set up offensively.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
What a game we've seen here for Waller. 18 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point.
Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Portis, he's checked in for Gasol. Dunleavy comes in for Parsons. Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And Wallace subbed in for Williams. The Wizards also changing it up. Gary Neal's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Brian Roberts subbed in for John Wall. Wallace in at point guard. Portis is out there at Mirotic. Then there's Dunleavy. And it's Livingston in at the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Yeah, great look, but disappointing with the miss.
What happened on that one, Greg? I mean, that's almost an automatic shot for him.
Well, folks, tonight a great rebounding game we're watching in progress. And now, with that in mind, let's take a look at the all-time record for rebounds in a single game. How about Wilt Chamberlain with 55 rebounds back on November 24th, 1960.
And guys, that's one of those records that always seemed to me impossible to break. I mean, in the modern era, nobody's even sniffed that 55 rebound mark. I mean, heck, a lot of teams don't get 55 rebounds in a game, and Wilt's owned it since 1960. Now, how did he manage to change his shot midair?
Wallace outside. And a high bounce as it comes off the rim.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Beal gets a wide open look, and Washington again with the bucket. Here is Livingston. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Wallace. That doesn't go either for Wallace. Washington's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And Mirotic sends it back, and they'll keep possession. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Shoots a fader, and the shot is good. And that's now 20 points for Freak.
Wow. Faded away and floated it right over the big guy. That shot is almost impossible to block.
Taken away. And now it's Livingston running. He can go all the way.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
And Roberts kicks to Neal. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here.
And that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
The Bulls making a switch here. Gasol's checked in. And a switcher also for Washington. Mario Chavez is checked in for Beal.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Roberts dishes to Neal. Charity stripe shot. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Wallace kicks to Dunleavy. And it's Chicago scoring again.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well-coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
There's the bucket. Good. And now it's a 12-point Chicago lead. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Bulls.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
Releases. Again, Chicago.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Neal passes to Blair. It's good for his 8th consecutive basket in only 8 tries. Wow.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Feeds it to Roberts. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. First one falls for him. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Wizards. Both shots good from the stripe. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Wallace. That 3 off the mark.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Back to Chalmers. Blair, the screen. With 1 on the clock. No good. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Fitch is checked in for Chicago. Wallace comes in for Darren Williams. And then for Washington, Beal comes in for DeJuan Blair. And Brian Roberts subbed in for Mario Chalmers. So the Wizards 5 right now. Gary Neal is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then it's Wall. And it's Roberts in at the 2. Butler against Beal. The shot's good from McGee. And the Wizards lead by 6.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra. He's definitely turned things around in this game. I mean, he was more of a background player in the first half. He jumped center stage now.
From deep. Shot by Roberts, no good.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just 1 in the first.
A shot by Butler, nobody around. Sinks the three-pointer.
Those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
It's Wall with the drop. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Mike Dunleavy just checked in for Chicago. The Wizards also changing it up. DeJuan Blair, he's checked in for Gary Neal. And Oubre subbed in for Brian Roberts.
He's really the guy you want on the stripe in that situation. I mean, there's no doubt about it. He's clutch.
2 minutes, 2-1. Wallace against Wall. Dishes it to Dunlap. Stolen by McGee. Here's Beal. And Butler sends it back. Here's Wallace. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And it's now 22 points for Wallace.
I mean, you never expect to get opportunities that easy coming down the stretch of a tight game.
Wall, that's good.
What a shot over the bigger defender. That could prove to be a massive bucket.
Greg does not get much tougher than that. Tough defense, high pressure situation, clutch play. I love it.
6 to shoot. Back to Parsons. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
Ball, that's good.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was starting fire.
Butler in the corner. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth. Ball against Wallace. He gets it to Mirotic to tie it up. The Bulls keep it alive. But they'll get another chance. Here's Parsons. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring down within 1.
Those are huge points. Beyond huge, partner. I mean, they needed that bucket desperately.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
When they go to the intentional foul.
He had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's an enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? We know he misses at the strike, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
That ought to do it. I think any chance for a miracle comeback just went out the window with those freebies.
Okay, guys, the clock is our enemy now. Time to focus up and know your roles. Trust each other to make the play. Freak, if you got the look, take us home.
12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's good! And that shot brings them to within just one.
Love the play there on the inbound. The defense lost contact with him, and he knocks down the foot.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a three-point attempt.
To overtime, but they come up empty-handed. And so it's Washington.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, John Wall. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
What a special night for him offensively. Anytime you can get a player who's scoring up in the 40s, you know he was feeling it. And once he got rolling, his teammates were getting him the ball and just getting out his way.
There are two types of point guards, Arnie. Kenny would know nothing about that. He shot the ball every time he touched it. Anyway, the guys who keep everyone involved and the guys who could do it all for themselves. He's a great distributor. He's always going to get his assists, but when they need someone to take over, Wall's the guy.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast.
You must be frustrated with all those mistakes out there tonight. What are you going to do to try to limit those next time out?
I just got to be better, man. It's unacceptable how many times I turn the ball over. Unacceptable. I'm disappointed in myself, and I'm sure my teammates are disappointed in me too. So if anything, I got to make this up to them. They deserve better.
Why couldn't their defense find a way to stop you tonight?
Because I'm a freaking force of nature on the offensive end. Get it? Freaking? Anyways, it'd take an army to stop me the way I was feeling it tonight. And trust me, they weren't no army.
Well, it's no secret that you're approaching free agency. Are you going to give a hometown discount if they make an offer?
If they make an offer, look, I don't know what games you've been watching this season, but I fully expect to have every opportunity to sign back here if that's what I feel is best for me and my family. Believe that. But we got a season to finish, so let's just move on, please.